Hello Pisces, welcome in or welcome back to Go With The Flow Tarot. Your overall general energy for this reading is the Eight of Wands. The song I have assigned to this card is Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, because the Eight of Wands is the card of alignment. Now, it can be somebody getting in alignment with you and deciding to communicate with you, or vice versa, or even you just deciding that a new project or something you really care about, you're going to focus all of your energy on that. But the point is, all of those eight wands are pointing and firing at one thing. So, whatever it is, it looks pretty positive to me, Pisces. Your recent past energies, you have the High Priestess. So pretty powerful card. You're in a very strong energy in your recent past. You learned a lot. In your present moment, you have the Queen of Swords. So you're finally being able to discern when people are coming correctly and when they aren't. You might be feeling a little bit guarded though. That's the one note with that Queen of Swords. Upcoming, you have the card of community and celebration. Those three ladies are celebrating a harvest. So, first, I would like to tap in and find out about that Eight of Wands. Is that something that's coming towards Pisces, or is that something they're aiming their arrows of love at? Clarify the Eight of Wands for Pisces. Pisces, please. Oof. Okay. This fell on top of the Queen of Swords, by the way. It's the Ten of Swords. So an ending, a pretty painful ending usually, but also a blessing in disguise. And I'm not surprised that fell on top of the Queen of Swords. So it might have sucked a little bit, but at least you have clarity now. Okay, so what does that Ten of Swords have to do with that Eight of Wands spirit? Thank you. It was teaching you how to be strong, how to be brave, and how to focus on what really matters to you. Strength card is all about taming your inner critic and your lower nature. Oof, Pisces, it started off feeling so good, and now it's starting to feel heavier and heavier. What the hell happened? Okay, so just one more then for the Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, Strength card. Thank you. Might have had something to do with a group project. Somebody you were working with wasn't coming the way they said they were going to come. They weren't showing up, and it led to a bit of a bitter, painful ending, but it was an ending that was a blessing in disguise, and it is teaching you possibly to trust your intuition a little more moving forward, but also to just be a little more balanced and a little more strong. All right, let's move into that High Priestess then for Pisces. What do I need to know for their greatest good, highest timeline? Thank you. You had a painful ending, and you decided to take yourself out of the situation and move on to calmer shores. Possibly with a guide. Somebody may have been assisting you in that. It doesn't really matter though. That is saying, you know what, I'm going to just leave this all behind. It's not worth it. I got to head somewhere that's a little more stable, a little more calm, a little more chill, somewhere where people come correct. All right, let's move into this Queen of Swords then, please. What would you like me to say about that for Pisces? Queen of Swords for thank you. The Seven of Wands is a card that says you're as ready as you're going to be. You have learned as much as you possibly can about this situation. And even though you feel like you had to rush out of the house to defend your house and you got one boo and one shoe on, one boo? I can't speak with you today, Pisces. Sorry. One boot and one shoe on because you were in a rush, but you are on the higher ground. You have the advantage. You are as ready as you're going to be. Now, the other thing that this can be saying is because you had pretty recently a painful blessing in disguise, that this is Spirit saying you could be still feeling a little too guarded, which I felt like mentioning right away with that Queen of Swords. And now I feel like with the Seven of Wands, it's kind of screaming it a little louder that you might be a little too guarded. Anything else you'd like to say on the Seven of Wands, Queen of Swords for Pisces Spirit? Emperor wanting to make an appearance there. See, I saw this during your pre-shuffle and I caught a vibe off of it. And it's kind of like it wants to be a part of the Three of Cups. It's the Four of Cups. So I feel like you're a little bit jaded. I mean, rightfully so. You got stabbed in the back, essentially. I would really work on that. I would really work on assuming that whatever's coming up next is going to look exactly the same as the last thing, because this is the card of feeling apathetic. It's like, oh God, you got another cup here. Those last three sucked. I don't even want to know what's in this one. That's not going to bring you to community and celebration. So I was feeling it with the Queen of Swords, and I saw the Four of Cups in the pre-shuffle. We got to loosen you up a little bit, Pisces. We got to shake off. Like, if you're going to move on to calmer shores, I'm going to need you to actually move on to calmer shores and not drag all of that crap with you. If you look in this boat, there is nothing in it but their clothes on their back. I mean, and those swords, but what it's meant to say is that this woman just took her kid and didn't take any of her belongings. She just jumped in the boat and was like, let's get to smoother sailing because enough is enough here. So I'm surprised I don't see any, I was going to say, I'm surprised I don't see any polka dots, but sometimes I forget that they're on the Three of Pentacles. Polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun, needing to be more playful, needing to be more lighthearted. So, and you know what? I'm not seeing any wands here. So maybe also bring a little more inspiration, like start feeling a little more childlike when it comes to new offers and not so jaded. Any more advice from the tarot for Pisces to get them to that Three of Cups? Ooh. Okay, I see. Justice came out in reverse, but it slid right on top of that Three of Pentacles from the past. So that's Spirit doubling down, saying you felt an injustice regarding that last project, and you probably are right to feel that way. You got stabbed in the back. But we're trying to move on now, Spirit. I want Pisces to please let go of that. So can we stop talking about it? What is their advice, please? Advice for Pisces to help them move forward. Thank you. Are you feeling conflicted about moving on? Because this is the card of conflict and debate. So I feel like maybe you are unsure that you made the right choice in moving on to calmer shores and walking away from this. But with the Ten of Swords, it says it had to be done. Anything else you'd like me to say for Pisces today, Spirit? Queen of Cups. Fell on to the Four of Cups. Fell on to the Three of Cups. Follow your heart. Start being a little more passionate about new potential things. You're just feeling jaded right now, honey. That's really jaded and guarded. I thought we were going somewhere good with this. It felt like it was going so good, but I mean, it will be once you get out of this jaded energy. I'm going to grab this other deck and just double check. Is there any more advice from the tarot for Pisces to don't give up on teamwork? It's what I've been saying. You have a card of community and celebration, but you also have a card of like, oh, this offer looks just like the rest of them. No, teamwork makes the dream work is your advice, Pisces. You really need to find some sort of way to make peace with the past. Let's grab you a Starseed oracle and see if Rebecca Campbell can't help you make peace with the past. For Pisces, please, Spirit, let's help them not to be so jaded looking at group projects moving forward. You pulled 2. I think I'm going to take the Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. What say thee, Rebecca Campbell, for Pisces? Page 48. There we go. The Cosmic Heart. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. And that's basically what the 8 of Wands is one big moving prayer. It's alignment. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul's seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what is most to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you make your life a moving prayer? Look at offers as blessings, Pisces, because that's what they are. The 8 of Wands is the card of quick success. It's the card of alignment. This is all pretty good, generally speaking. I'm just going to need you to tap into your heart a little bit more and to just use the past as a learning curve and not be attached to it thinking that it's going to repeat moving forward. Okay, so I know I ended your reading and then I took a look at the other card that you pulled, the other oracle card, and I had to flip the camera back on and read it for you because it is just too fitting. Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. When we rely only on our will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and to trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be, and surrender to the greater will, you will find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. Starseed Soul Inquiry. Starseed Soul Activation. Place this card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me. Please show me the way. Let go and let God, Pisces. I hope that was helpful. Thank you ever so much for being here. I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.